Hello. Um, Today
Chapter
we're
8.
gonna try finishing the game. First, I am gonna turn down music
Mom.
and
Mom.
voiceover. Just cause, sometimes I feel like, my voice is too quiet. I literally just woke up, so my voice may sound a bit different. I don't know if it does. Um, but yeah. I literally just woke up 10 minutes ago. So, so we're gonna continue the game in a minute. Um, so anyone who didn't watch it yesterday or didn't check it out or whatever, this game is a mystery game. Cute but creepy, they describe it. And, we are a child trying to save the town and unfold these secrets and make new friends along the way and stuff. And you collect these charms where it affects your fate in the story. And there's different endings to the story, but there's one true ending to it. And we did ones where we got caught endings, we got I want to assume killed in the ending. There's two endings where we froze over. So, it was pretty intense. I guess we'll get started now. Let's do this. So we're on chapter 8. That's where we left off. For some reason, I had a dream that I continued it last night, but I didn't. So, chapter 8 is where we left off, and chapter 8 is where we're gonna continue.
The cold, hard truth. Beck leapt up, allowing the suction to yank her into the dark. Dimness eclipsed around her like the shutter of a camera as she seemed to cover great distance in mere moments. Her only points of reference were glints of upcoming turns, which approached with frightening speed, only to carom her gracefully along. She heard the tinny, distant echoes of Rollo's glee.
Oh, the last thing we did was jump in a bunch of tubes instead of running away from town.
Once she stopped fighting against it, the ride was impossibly smooth. Then, all of a sudden, as if minutes had passed in an instant, light blazed into view. A burst of wintry air snuffed across her face, and she was flung out into the
Hold on.
Mom.
Okay. I'm trying to adjust the volume so it's like good enough for you can still hear, but you can also still hear me. Because I think in the last stream, it was a bit louder than I was. So, that was intense. Yeah. I think I might have parted some fluids in there. Any idea where? Where we are? Somewhere cold. Doesn't look like it got on any of us. It didn't feel like we traveled that far. So where did it all go? This place sucks. Why would anyone even want to blow something up here? Only one way to find out, I suppose. We've gotta catch up to Nuncreed. I think he went this way. Okay, let us get to Nuncreed. Oh. This looks familiar, yeah. Maybe we can clear off the snow. No time, Nuncreed's getting away. Okay, this is starting to feel really familiar. I may not be most well versed on all things Beacon Pines, but this does look like some sort of frozen replica of town. Ah, I got it. It's so obvious now. Mr. Nuncreed is an alien. Him and his aliens. Rollo, stick with me here. His species can only live in sub-zero temperature. Oh boy, here we go. The source is their base camp dimension. So naturally, they can keep it cold. We found it by traveling through those metallic wormholes back there. The final objective, kill us all and shapeshift into a Beacon Pines citizen of their choosing. You never really had me, but you were very much lost. You very much lost me there. You get used to it. We should keep moving. Da, da, da.
As they rounded the corner to the frozen town square, they spotted Mr. Nuncreed inching cautiously toward
Okay,
the
that's
pit at its
way
center.
too quiet.
He held his arms out gingerly, as if approaching a beast in the wild. Mum.
Okay, it should be high enough now.
Upon closing the distance, Luca recognized what Nuncreed was after. Mum.
It's not.
Graham stood confidently at the edge, one arm outstretched over the abyss.
Yeah, this is good.
Nearby, a wheelbarrow had been emptied out. She held a lit torch, which flickered in the bitter wind.
Juniper, I don't know what you think you're doing, but I assure you this is not going to solve anything. If you drop that, you've doomed this whole town. Oh, it wasn't me who doomed this town. I've been watching you, Joseph. I know what you've done. You and your co-conspirators. Gran? What's happening? Luca, you and your friends need to leave right this moment.
Mr. Nuncreed turned back toward the kids, desperation in his eyes.
Listen to your grandma, Luca. This is between me and Juniper.
Rollo and Beck held steadfast in awe. Luca approached closer. Mr. Nuncreed spun back toward Gran, his voice growing louder.
You've got it all wrong, Juniper. Just hand over the torch. You don't understand what you're doing. How could I possibly trust you to do the right thing? Walt told me everything. He trusted you, and you betrayed that trust. Luca, did you know that this man's entire life is a lie? If it weren't for him, your father might still be alive.
Mr. Nuncreed winced with anguish. His voice hardened.
That's not
They
true.
both now yelled, not to each other, but at fate itself, making their peace with long-held burdens. The wind howled with encouragement.
Walt was like a brother to me. We just had different ideas about how to affect change. very convenient that your way just happened to line your pockets. Now that's not
They
fair.
menaced at each other, both catching their breath. The moment balanced on a knife's edge. Amid a blur of emotions and memories, Luca's mind flooded with questions. The wind calmed, as if to give him the stage.
And in the stillness, he began to
And in the
weep.
stillness, he began to weep. It was all just too much. Falling to his knees, Luca whimpered softly. The tears crystallized as they hit the snow. Gran stared at Luca for a moment with warm sympathy, remembering why this was all necessary.
There's a garbage truck out there. This will all make sense soon, Luca. And everything can go back to normal. I promise.
She stiffened up and brandished the torch at Mr. Nuncreed.
You can't hide behind those people any longer, Joseph. Once their precious source is destroyed, we'll all see where their loyalties fall. Juniper,
Ignoring
don't.
his final plea, Gran flung the torch into the deep darkness.
Oh no.
She smiled and exhaled in relief. Mr. Nuncreed moaned in resignation. The torch echoed as it ricocheted down the hole, punctuated with a thunderous thud.
You see, Joseph, I've learned one very important lesson in life. If you want things to change, then you must be
Before
willing
Gran
to.
could finish, the ground shook her to silence.
She froze us
only
over.
had time to spin around and run to Luca. Her attempt to shield him, an honorable but trifling act. Unflinching love, pitted against an unthinking horror. There was no contest. Her warm embrace froze in an instant. That is where they remain, fixed in place, forever. And so, our story ends on this melancholy scene. In a town brought low by its secrets, sits the frozen statues of a misguided band of meddlers. The end.
Nope, not the end.
That was dire.
Their truck is so loud, isn't it?
On the bright side, we finally figured out where all the ice is coming from. Now,
Yep.
we just need to find a way to deal with a mystic, unfathomable force of nature.
Okay, we go back and hum. I can't do this one yet, because there's only one. I think I have to go back here. We can go back here and do chill. Okay, let's go back here.
And in the stillness, he began to hum. After the death of his father, Luca had trouble sleeping. Each night, his mother would sit at the foot of his bed and hum a gentle melody. It was the only thing that could calm his mind. The only thing that, however briefly, could make it all seem okay.
Yeah, it's literally right in front of my window. It's a garbage truck. It's
That
garbage
melody
day.
pervaded every memory Luca had of his mother. Shivering in the raw snow, he began to hum it out loud.
It should be over soon, I hope. So.
Gran lowered the torch, listening closely. As recognition slowly set in, her heart sank. Those countless nights of consolation, the incomparable loss they shared together. She let the torch fall to the snow and sizzle out. A few steps toward Luca was all she could bear before dropping to the snow herself. Through a flood of tears, she began to hum along, note for note.
Is that her mom? Maybe my theory was right.
His head in astonishment. The last time he heard that melody was the last night he saw his mother.
How do you know? I'm so sorry, my little buckaroo. Buckaroo. That is his mom! The only people who call me that are my dad and
Luca
your mother.
blinked through blurry, watery eyes, trying to see more clearly.
It is his mother! I was
He could
right!
just make out the impression of a familiar face. He peered across the snowscape at the woman on her knees. Something about her was undeniably his mother. Only smaller, older, changed.
Mom? That's right, buckaroo. I was right! Oh my gosh, I would have never thought my prediction of this game would be so right! Oh, I'm so happy. Mom!
Luca sprinted as fast as he could toward his mother. They held each other close, and the cold retreated from their bodies.
Eleanor? I thought you were gone. You should have known I would never abandon
Eleanor
my
looked
son.
down at Luca, tightening her embrace in an appeal for forgiveness.
How? You're a smart man, Joseph. I thought you'd have pieced it together by now. You were exposed? Mom, I don't understand any of this. What happened to you? Where did you go? Why did you leave me? I never left you. I was always right there, Luca. Why did you lie to me? It tore me up, Luca, but I did it to keep you safe. I thought that getting answers would help us both move on. Thank you, cowboy. But the more I discovered, the more I realized the danger we were in. Until perennial harvest was stopped. It was better if everyone thought I was gone. You could have trusted me. These are bad people, Luca. They won't stop until they get what they want. And they don't care who gets hurt in the process. Then what do? We have to stop them.
Slumped into the cold, wet snow.
They can't be stopped. This is too big. I tried beating them at their own game. I'm done fighting fire with
For the first time in
fire.
a long time, her voice felt like her own again.
No more lies. I see now there's a better way to stop perennial harvest. The
Luca
cold,
gazed
hard
down at
truth.
Manfred with pity. He looked small. Joseph stared into the snow as if searching it for answers.
My nose is so stuffy today. Come on, everyone. We've got a party to crash. Yes, let's go. You don't understand. He always wins.
Chapter 9.
Chapter 9 was the last time we failed and died. So hopefully this works out.
7 months ago, Eleanor Van Horn crept down the maze of sterile hallways under perennial harvest. She stopped in front of the large steel door marked Deep Engineering. No turning back now. She raised a trembling hand. The stolen keycard worked as promised, and the door bust open with mechanical efficiency. She was immediately hit with the smell of disinfectant. It was some sort of laboratory. In one corner was a desk covered in papers. Across the room stood a tall metal pod with hoses protruding from its base. She rushed to the desk and began shifting through the piles of papers. They were experiment reports on something called Tempus liquamen. There were dozens of them, every one stamped failed.
Oh.
Eleanor heard the sharp echo of footsteps approaching. She was out of time. Her eyes scanned the room, eventually landing on the strange pod. Muttering a curse under her breath, she dashed over and dove inside.
And that is what change is all about. Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. I am tickled pink that we will all be making that choice together. How great is that? This man is a liar. Excuse me? I will not. This town has a dangerous secret and perennial. Slow down. Perennial harvest only exists to keep it hidden. Nonsense. They picked up the whole damn town and moved it right under our noses. You aren't making any sense, dear.
Mr. Kerr addressed the crowd with a sarcastic tone.
Imagine such a thing. It's absurd and just plain impossible. They promised they could fix the foul harvest. They told us they would clean this place up. We just had to leave town for a few days. But while they had us evacuated, Mrs. Hartford, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to. You're afraid of a lot of things, aren't you? You sniveling little worm. This is growing tiresome. A little help, please? Don't you all see this festival is a sham? An excuse to have the whole town gather in one place. They're planning something awful. I don't know what, but these people are wicked. Don't listen to her. She has absolutely no proof. I am the proof. I'm Eleanor Van Horn.
Whispers filtered through the crowd.
Well, aren't you just sneaky as the dickens? We all knew Valentine's fertilizer was too good to be true. And now this whole town is paying the price. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so sorry about this disruption. My associates will take this absolutely disturbed woman somewhere comfortable. So that she can get the help she needs. She's not the one who's disturbed. You two-timing clown. You all know there's something wrong with this town. It was just easier to look the other way. The truth is, this is quite enough, Mr. Nuncreed.
Torment dragged on Joseph Nuncreed's face.
Yes, sir. Take them away. No, I want them to see this. Ah, the ever-tempestuous Eleanor Van Horn. You've been quite the thorn in my side. Like a weed that's burrowed, burrowed in where it would, it doesn't belong. I must confess you look
He paused
dreadful.
for a moment, plucking a piece of fuzz from his sweater and discarding it to the ground.
I swear, once I mess up one word, I mess up the entire sentence. It's so annoying. Consider yourself in rare company. Oh, you've managed to pull one over on me. It won't happen again. I knew you had some sort of plan to disrupt our little party. But alas, I expected something a bit more impressive than incoherent rambling. No matter, your failures are yours to bear. Mr. Kerr? Yes, sir. He's the big boss. That's Solomon, I think. Yeah, Solomon. It's a shame it was cut short, but I thank you for your rousing oratory. I will take it from here. Yes, sir, of course, sir. You have done quality work for me, William. You can look forward to recompense we agreed on.
Kerr gave a bow of deference.
Founder, you are most
Gasps
gracious.
rippled through the crowd.
Thankfully, we can dispense with the formalities from here on
Solomon
out.
pulled a glass vial from his pocket. In one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
You can call me Sharper
His
Valentine.
body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
No, the big boss is the small little dog. That's Solomon. Well, technically now, so I guess Sharper Valentine, the founder of the town, didn't actually die. And somehow just made himself younger. Because there's this goo that makes you older. So maybe he found a way to make himself younger.
A hushed horror gripped the crowd. This is a story about change.
What? No. Ah, so you didn't see that coming. Good.
Sharper examined his new hands.
Well, this is quite the improvement. Everything looks so much smaller now. Eleanor was right about one thing. This festival was a ruse. I wanted you all to witness my glorious return with your own eyes. Why does everyone look so downtrodden? Downtrodden? This is a celebration, people. Maybe it would help if we set the mood. Mr. Kerr, be a dear and reveal the sign. Sharper Valentine Festival. Ha, wonderful.
Sharper choked out a crude squawk of a laugh. Frustrated grumbles sprinkled through the crowd.
Sharper, you malicious bastard. I'm glad you're back, so I can tell you to your face. You destroyed this town. We ain't gonna let you get away with it again. Sorry, this is not the time for audience participation. Some assistance, Mr. Kerr.
Gave a subtle nod to the clipboards.
You coward. Does anyone else have something to contribute?
A helpless quiet settled over the crowd.
I thought so. Did you all truly believe you could be free of me? A town of complete and utter fools? You people should be celebrating my return. You clearly lost without me. And that leads me nicely to my children. Daddy? Oh my gosh. I gave you both the greatest gift a parent can give. An opportunity to prove yourself in my absence. Squandered? To say I am disappointed would be an understatement. But Silence, Augustus. An adult is speaking. I don't know which is worse, a son who is completely hopeless, or a daughter with such potential who inevitably lets me down. Harris, you fail me with admirable consistency. Thankfully, I was counting on it this time. Father, I have been wasting my time, dear. What have you accomplished? I was focused on cementing our legacy. Legacy? Who needs a legacy when you can just live forever? But what about... It's alright, kiddo. I'm afraid you suffer from a complete lack of imagination. There's just no helping it. Now then, where is Joseph? You didn't take the opportunity to slip off, did you? Ah, there he is. Everyone should give him a hand. None of this would have been possible without Joseph. I think you said enough. Nonsense. The people deserve to know how helpful and loyal you've been. I only did what I did because he left me no choice. You always had a choice, Joseph. You were simply too weak to take it. No matter. Cheer up. You are about to be rich beyond your wildest dreams. You should follow Mr. Kerr's example. When I found him, he was in a sorer state than any of you. An aging actor, desperate to recapture his youth. Oh, that makes sense. He played his part, and soon he'll be able to play the leading man again. Because in one point, Mr. Kerr was talking about how it was like all acting and stuff, and that he was like the lead role, and Luca and his little group of friends were just the understudies or something like that. Forever, in fact, if he remains loyal. That goes for all of you. Well, those who haven't already frittered away my goodwill. Beacon Pines is mine again, and I am willing to share its spoils in exchange for absolute loyalty. Are you saying Miss William Kerr was never in charge of Parnell Harvest? Ha! You think that puffed up blatherskite could have accomplished all of this? Don, I suppose it's time for your big exclusive.
Sharper addressed the crowd with indignant pride. He'd planned this moment for so long that now, at the deed's fruition, it almost felt frivolous.
You see, my controller disconnected. I don't know how. You see, I indeed a figurehead to hold things down. Oh, I needed a figurehead to hold things down while I orchestrated my return. Why did I think it said indeed? Someone to misdirect, lie, and bilk this town for a spell. So I invented William Kerr. Take your bow, you've earned it.
Mr. Kerr flourished a preposterously elaborate bow.
Patrick C. Montague, Thespin extraordinaire at your service. Oh my gosh! There's books in the library with that name. Montesquieu. Founder, I just want to thank you again for this opportunity. It truly was the role of a lifetime. Wait. So this Bill Kerr was Pat C the whole time? Now that your secret is out in the open, what's to stop this town from rising up against you? Oh, that's the delicious part. Fear. Thanks to our clipboards, I know what each and every person in this town fears most. And I will make those fears manifest for anyone who steps out of line. Oh no. The choice is simple. I'm not afraid of you. Haha, the young hero. I've kept a keen eye on you, boy. You and your friends made a habit of disrupting my plans. What a pity. If things were to have gone a bit differently, you might have had your moment of triumph. But that's fate for you. You can't do this. Oh, but I can. I have won. Never underestimate what a great man can do given time. And now time is my plaything. Perhaps the most expensive thing I have ever bought, but well worth it. Ha.
Sharper coughed up one final laugh and cracked his knuckles.
Enough chit-chat. Let's get to work, shall we? Interesting.
And so, Sharper set about remaking the town in his own image. The fertilizer factory soon reopened for business. Sales rose steadily as more and more farmers across the countryside began to swear by its miraculous properties. Beacon Pines became famous. A secretive town that, for the right price, shared its gifts with all. Gifts that became more and more necessary in a world where winters grew longer and longer. The end. This is wrong, but things are becoming clearer now. You can feel it, right?
Yeah.
We can't let Sharper win. He might just be the key to this whole thing. Let's see.
Okay, but the thing is, I only have one. I only have two of these, so I have to go back somewhere to get more. Oh, this one. We can go back here.
There was a malice lurking behind those eyes, like a trap ready to spring. Luca felt the weight of Nuncrete's hand on his shoulder. Something wasn't right. He didn't know why, but something was telling Luca to get out of there.
I just want this all to be over. Of course, I'm sure it'll all work out soon enough. I should get going. I told Roxy I'd check for Roll at the treehouse now.
Luca twisted free of Nuncrete's grasp.
Of course. Luca, you know your dad and I were good friends back in the day. You can come with me with anything. Come to me with anything. Anything at all. I think this was the part where Rollo's been missing, I think. The festival decorations are a bit humdrum. Now, if I were to throw a festival, it would be a thing to behold. I agree. This is all more than a little sad. It's worse than sad. It's boring. What if we did a little something to spice things up? I'm listening. You know that festival sign waiting to be unveiled? Veiled? It would be a shame if
The
someone.
two scurried off, eagerly formulating a plan.
Okay. Well, we know what they did. Well, I did. They changed the sign. Identify yourself, please. Nellie Modwell. I work here now. I am unable to locate you on your staff roll. Oh, I don't officially start until tomorrow. Mr. Kerr said I could come in early tonight to get a few things done. Hold, please. Clearance authorized. Thank you. Our harvest awaits. Maybe somehow I could get in here. Whoa! You could get a wrench to the noggin sneaking up on a guy like that. Don't scare a man while he's junkin', Sonny. Evening, Jeff. Isn't it kinda late to be junkin'? I might as well ask the same thing for you. Finding anything good? Find anything good? Bah. Ever since Parnell Harvest moved in, even the junk is trash. You can learn a lot about a person by looking at what they throw away. With this bunch, it's all shredded paper and coffee cups. Well, I better get going. I didn't see nothing if you didn't see nothing. See what? Exactly. Okay. I think we're supposed to go to the treehouse. Rolo?
He aired a long holler into the woods.
Rolo! Rolo, wherever you are, I hope you're okay.
Luca felt his eyes getting heavy and plopped into the beanbag. He conceded to its lumpy embrace. Once again, Luca found himself in a vast black expanse. This time, he knew exactly where to go. He took a single confident step forward. The world flickered and pulsed. He found himself standing in front of the frigid air of a blazing campfire. The source.
Sorry, my arm is itchy.
He plopped down cross-legged and gazed into the cold flame. Wait, soon enough,
Oh, sorry.
the fire
I didn't
began
mean
to
to skip
die
that.
out, popping sporadically, until all that was left was a single ember. Lucas stood up and dusted himself off. He plucked the glowing ember from the cold ash, examined it, and slid it into his pocket. A keepsake. The voice of his father spoke behind him. "You made me proud, Buckaroo." Luca turned to face him. "Dad, what is this place?" A warm grin grew across his father's face. "A place where everything that has been and everything that could be all wait together." Luca found himself staring at his father's face, trying as hard as he could to memorize every single detail. "Wait? For what?" Another voice spoke out as Luca's doppelganger stepped forward. "That's up to you." Without knowing why, Luca began to weep. Is real? Are you real?" Luca's father bent down to smudge away a tear. Of course. I'm as real as the part of you that misses me. Luca turned to look at the older version of himself. And you? The doppelganger choked back tears. I'm as real as the part of you that's angry he's gone. Does that make sense? Through his tears, Luca laughed. I think so. His father pulled him in for an embrace. Time to go, buckaroo. Luca was startled from his dream by a banging on the floor.
Are you in there?
A commanding voice rumbled from below. Just as Luca sprang to lock the entry hatch, the door knocked open. Chapter 5. Dangers big and small. Luca stumbled back. He heard the rope ladder creak under significant weight. Keeping his eyes fixed on the hatch, he inched backward to the balcony. As his hand grasped the door handle, Luca froze. A large figure clumsily wriggled up through the hole.
Oh, nice. Rolo. What? Stop right there. Or I'll... Sheesh, I know it's dark and all, but I figured you'd recognize me. Rolo grew. Who are you?
The large figure cocked its head inquisitively.
Stop now or I'll clobber you with a baseball bat. Whoa, 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 take it easy. Luca, you need to get your eyes checked. It's me, Rolo. Nice try, but I know you aren't Rolo. You're like one of his random uncles or something. Where is he? Uncle? Luca, quit messing around. It's me. If it's really you, prove it. Flaming chicken coop Luca.
Luca's jaw dropped. He peered more closely at the man standing in front of him. Something about him was undeniably Rolo, only bigger, older, changed.
How? What happened to you? When I was running away, I ran into more people in those yellow suits. They grabbed me and dragged me away. Where did they take you? Don't know. They threw a bag over my head. It was cold and smelled like a swimming pool. I think it was an underground lab or something. They made my hands all big. Look.
Rolo proudly presented his hands to Luca.
Pretty sweet, right? I mean, it wouldn't be my first pick for a superpower. But beggars can't be choosers. Rolo, it wasn't just your hands. My feet, too? Dang, Pawn just made me new shoes. Wait, Luca, why are you so small?
Luca moved to the side and pointed Rolo to his reflection in the balcony window.
What the?
His hands shot up to his face.
Holy Toledo. I think that what this was. Rolo, what did they do to you? They made me drink some sort of green crud. Ew. Actually, it wasn't too bad. It kind of tasted like licorice. I passed out and woke up like this. And then I sorta smashed open my cage and escaped. Whoa, you smashed open a cage? Kinda. At least I think I did. It's all a bit of a blur. They had you in a cage. Who are these people? I don't know who did this to you, but we're gonna fix it. Fix it? This is awesome. Well, I'm just glad you're safe now. Luca, you don't need to worry about me. Sure, I got snatched, but look at it this way. I got snatched, I know where snatched people go. We may finally have a lead on what happened to your family. Maybe you're right, but this all seems dangerous. The So in this part of the story, Rolo and Luca went to this abandoned warehouse because because Rolo saw lights flickering in it, and when they went to go investigate, someone in a hazmat suit came out of the warehouse, and they hid in the trash can. And then the hazmat suit guy came back again and threw a dead body on top of them. So they decided to run away. And Rolo said that he would run first to make sure like no one was out there and stuff as they run. So after like 30 seconds or something, Luca ran right after, but Rolo never made it home. So, like he just said, that people took him. The other people in the hazmat suits, the bad guys. Just in case you weren't here for when that story was occurred. Danger, huh?
Rollo shadowboxed a few jabs.
I'll take them all on. Oh, there's back. Was her hair always blue? Hey fellas, what's up?
With a yelp, Rollo dove behind Luca.
Ah, take cover. Did I come at a bad time? Who the heck are you? This is Beck. Sorry, something truly bizarre just happened and I need help. I didn't know where else to go. So, you're just hanging out here with your large adult friend? No, this is my buddy Rolo. This is your missing friend. One and the same. He seems a little old. I'll have you know, this is a recent development. What the heck does that mean? Oh, I'm sorry, you're the one who just showed up out of nowhere. So we'll be asking the questions here. That's fair. How did you find us? You silly little treehouse? I think you mean our silly little mission control. I hate to break it to you, but your secret path isn't so secret. And I could hear your racket from a mile away. See, Luca, this is why we need to improve security around here. Not now, Rolo. Beck, you said something bizarre happened? Yeah, but...
She shot a nervous glance at Rollo.
Anything you say around me, you can say around Rolo. This has been a weird day all around, hasn't it? Yep.
Beck's eyes narrowed.
Okay, so it all started when I made it back home. My first order of business was to try and salvage my hair. So I dyed it with some stuff from a chemistry set my mom gave me. Okay, just need to play it cool and hope no one notices. Notices what? Oh, nothing. I was just... Come over here and let me have a look. Oh, honey, what in the world did you do to your hair? I just kind of felt like a change. This is going to take forever to grow out. You were the one who said that change was a good thing, right? I was talking about your mother's new job. I was talking about us moving. Well, I guess I just took your lesson to heart.
Ilona tried to put on a smile.
Before I forget, I came up here to tell you that Nellie had to go into work. Tonight? Her and Mr. Kerr decided it would be good for her to get some things done before tomorrow. That Kerr guy seems like a grade A creep. Beck. He is! Him and his weird cult of personality. You are not going to ruin this job for Nellie. It means too much to her. Oh, I know exactly how much it means to her. It means enough to her to exile her daughter to this Pondak town. This place sucks. The people here are weird. You just don't know them yet. It's always cold. We're in the mountains. You'll get used to it. I can't even pick up a single decent station on the radio. It's all banjo music and farm reports. You know, I grew up in a town not that different from this one. Is that why you're better at talking to plants than people? Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. First of all, you're grounded. What? In the morning, I'll have Nellie come and see what we can do about fixing your hair. You need to look presentable for the festival. But no, not another peep.
She sighed, and after a moment, looked down at Beck sympathetically.
I know moving is hard, honey. But that doesn't mean you have to make yourself miserable all the time. Other people seem to have that covered for me. Oh, and if you decide to rebel by dyeing your hair more...
She flashed a sly grin and tousled Beck's hair.
I'll shave it off for you. Think of how rebellious you'll look then. Very funny. Thank you. Good night, sweetie. Good night, Mom. Sorry, stretching. Wait. First of all, this town does not suck. Second, you need help because you got grounded? No. I'm sorry you got in trouble. It's my fault your hair got screwed up in the first place. Don't worry about it. I actually kind of like this look. Great. Can we get back to the story now? The next part is the important bit. I have this radio I upgraded with my mom, and I was too angry to sleep. So I tried to dial in something worth listening to. Mr. Kerr, are you there? Mr. Kerr. Yes, I'm busy. What is it? Apologies. I have the founder on the line. Patch him through immediately. One moment. Hello, sir. It's so nice to hear from you. Skip the pleasantries. What's your report on our new lead researcher of deep engineering? Nellie Moldwell seems to be integrating nicely, my bad. At this very moment, she's working to help us meet our deadline. She offered to work overtime before I even had the chance to suggest it. Excellent. And you have faith that she's capable of finishing the work left by her predecessors? Her work must be complete before the festival. I'll make sure she stays day and night until it's accomplished. Hold on. Sorry. Good. You know how I feel about loose ends. Yes, sir. Once she has finished the work, we need to make a demonstration regarding her long-term prospects in the company. Immediately, sir? I usually have more time to fully bring people into the fold. We are in the endgame, Bill. Bill? Oh, yeah, people who normally go by William go by Billy or Bill. I totally forgot about that. I don't know why. William is, in my opinion, a nice name. After your failures with Dr. Prescott, I can't afford to take any risks. Of course, sir. No loose ends, sir. Once she finishes the work, she will either leave the office completely committed to Paranel Harvest, or she won't leave at all. Oh no. Perfect. Sir, if I might suggest, maybe we should delay just for a bit. Oh? It's just, we seem to be rushing to hit this festival deadline, and rushing into things has caused some issues in the past. I see. Please understand that I just want what's best for you. I'm eternally grateful for all that you've done for me. Bill, I'll make this very clear for you. I brought you in to make things run smoothly, not to have opinions. Of course, sir. Chin up, Bill. You are only a few days away from having everything you ever dreamed of. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Whoa. Yeah. Just so we're clear, when they said loose ends, they were talking about murder, right? Like actually killing someone? Capital murder?
Luca gave Rollo a quick elbow to the ribs.
Who is this founder? I was hoping you guys would know. Nah, as far as we know, Kerr is the top banana at Paranel Harvest. He sounded scared of this founder guy. So we have an even topper banana on the field. What the hell is my mom caught up in? Has she talked about the job much? Not really. She said she was going to come in and continue the work for someone that she respected. Luca, do you think that body at the warehouse was the person Beck's mom came to replace? That would make sense. Beck, it seems like Nellie's predecessors got loose ended. I'm getting that impression. Oh, was I saying it wrong the entire time? Oh my goodness, of course I did. Okay, so we need to get your mom out of there before the festival happens. That's 2 days away. Won't she just come home after work? The creep on the radio said they were going to hold her there until then. So if she's not coming out, we gotta go in and get her.
Beck flicked a large sheet of paper out of her pocket and slammed it on the floor.
Maybe this will help. You have blueprints? Well, it's really just a welcome map from my mom's PH orientation day. But it shows the layout. Sure, looks like blueprints to me. Look, there's the reception area. There's a big room marked Founder's Office. It even has the exits marked. Guys. We have a deadline. We have an objective. We have blueprints. You realize what this is, right?
Rollo started to wiggle with excitement.
I think we're heisting. This is officially a heist.
Chapter 6. The Heist. They spent the night's end huddled around that small map, formulating a plan to infiltrate the headquarters of Perennial Harvest. It would be no small feat, a modern facility equipped with all manner of technology.
Geese just squawking out my window. How dare they?
Not to mention the swarm of clipboards that would most certainly be scattered throughout. By the time the sun began to peek through the car window used as a makeshift balcony door, all were in agreement. This could just work. The final day before the festival would be used to prepare. They'd need to pool every resource at their disposal, pull every favor with a thread. Even enlist some unsavory characters around town with important tasks only they were suited for. Luckily, there was enough ill will and mistrust toward Perennial Harvest that alliances could be found at a bargain. Luca, Beck, and Rollo rubbed their eyes as they exited the treehouse. They hadn't slept at all that night. There was no time. The festival was to begin in one day, and they each had their assignments.
Alright, quick recap. Rolla, you're gonna talk to Roxy. Cordelli. Without her and Fitz, this whole thing could go bust. Me, Cordile is my middle name. Uh-huh. And how do you plan to explain your
He
new
waved vaguely at Rollo's sizable figure.
circumstance? She'll be so happy I'm alive she won't even notice.
Beck snorted an involuntary giggle.
And Beck, you're sure Elena won't just shoot this whole thing down when she hears it? She'll listen. Once she understands the danger Nellie is in, the danger we're all in, the plan will make sense. Okay. That leaves me with Jeff, then Iggy. How are you gonna persuade them? I'll think of something.
They each looked at each other with sleepy confidence and nodded.
Well, Godspeed. Enlist the help of Jeff. Enlist the help of Iggy and Tish. Do. Let's see what she has to say today. Undaunted, he shook his head. Over no. Endings are merely a state of mind. This doesn't end until I give up. Wow. I admire the conviction. But can he really pull through? Whatever she normally says is like relative to what's going on in the story, which is I think is pretty cool. Okay, where is Jeff? He probably is over here. Yep. Hey Jeff. What can I do for you? Yeah, for. Well, I know how much you hate. Yeah, there's always geese outside the house, my apartment. And they're normally right in front of my window. And they're always so loud. Especially owls. There's always owls in the trees too. It's so annoying. Well, I know how much you hate Perennial. Perennial. I think that's how you say it. Harvest. Hate's a strong word. Oh, sorry, I didn't say it was the wrong word. Gotcha. So we're gonna break into their headquarters, and I thought you might be able to help.
Jeff wheezed out a long snicker.
Yes, I got it. Thank you for reassuring. Yeah, you see, I knew you kids were alright. Great, so you'll help?
The joy in Jeff's face drained instantly.
Not a chance. What? But give me a good reason I should risk my hide aiding and beating you rascals.
Looking into the sullen eyes of his would-be accomplice, Luca blurted out the first word that came to mind.
Junk. Junk! Yeah, what of it? Sonny, I've got more junk than a king has copper. Ain't interested. Ain't interested. Dang.
Luca wasn't ready to give up so easily. He shouted out again.
Yeah, it's all. I still ain't helping. Ain't that some. Okay. Hide.
Jeff's brow perked up.
What'd you say? You go ahead and hide then.
Sensing some traction, Luca carried on with vigor.
Let a bunch of kids do what needs to be done. We're not afraid.
Jeff's scowl faded with a sigh.
Say what you will about old Jeff, and they all do. But you'll never hear him say, I hid from nothing.
One good stomp of the foot was all Jeff needed to drive his point home.
What? Oh, sorry, that was really loud. What was it you kids needed? Some sort of disguise. I've got just the thing. And while we're at it, that crate should come in handy. This ain't gonna be free, you know. I'm thinking 5 bags of sour gobs should cover it. Put it on my tab?
Luca offered out his open hand to seal the deal. With a firm and dusty grip, Jeff reciprocated.
Oh, my hand's so itchy. Done. Swing by first thing in the morning. Nice. Now where's Iggy at? In the library? Doubt it. He's never in there. Nope. Let's check back at the thing, because he's normally over here. But he's not. I don't know where Iggy would be, because we need Iggy and Tish. This is the only other place. Oh yeah, they're right here. Hey Tish, look who it is. Luca, are you here to try to tickle us to death again? Look, just hear me out.
Iggy raised an eyebrow suspiciously.
We're listening. Iggy, I know we've both been giant bags of to each other. Yeah, I picked the wrong one. Malice? Wow, Tish, smart guy here with his smart guy words thinks he's impressing us. Scram. We ain't interested. Okay.
Luca knew they'd need Iggy and Tish to pull this off. He tried again.
Iggy, I know. Okay, let's pick the right one.
Iggy
To each
gave
other.
a reluctant shrug.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But lately, life has been kinda strange. You know?
He considered the point.
Things have been weird around here. So I'm offering a truce and asking for your help. What do you say we break our hostilities, at least for now? We do like breaking things, even if a truce means less breaking things. What if I told you there was a way to have a truce and break stuff? Go on. I need you to cause a destruction so I can sneak into perennial 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 harvest HQ.
A wild-eyed grin spread across Iggy's face.
My, Luca Van Horn, I'm impressed. And after this is all done, maybe you and Tish can come hang out at the treehouse sometime.
Iggy glanced over to Tish, who nodded in agreement.
Fine. But not because we want to see a crappy treehouse. We just like to cause chaos.
With a quick nod, Luca was off.
Nice. Did you hear that, Tish?
Iggy gazed up at Tish with a smile.
He invited us to hang out at the
A single
treehouse.
tear ran down Tish's cheek.
I never expected this day to come. How wonderful. Nice.
Chapter 7. Into the Hive. A good heist requires preparation. And thorough preparation takes time, something they had precious little of. So far, everything was in order. Jeff, Iggy, and Tish all agreed to do their part. Beck radioed Luca that night with a simple and covert message. We are locked and loaded on my end.
Lock and loaded. Nice.
And Rollo, after a lengthy confession, managed to persuade Roxy and Fitz to help. He stowed away in mission control for the night to avoid attracting attention. Rollo, being uniquely suited for the role, would be the first to breach perennial harvest. The outfit provided by Jeff wasn't perfect, but a convincing disguise is 10% wardrobe, 90% confidence.
Pretty much.
Rollo took a few vigorous breaths and shook out his arms.
Just stay calm, Rollo. You can do this. Got your delivery here. A delivery? I don't have anything in my notes about a delivery. One moment. I'm so sorry, but there's no delivery scheduled for this morning. Right.
He had to think quick.
That's because this goes directly to the founder. He asked that it be kept
Rollo
secret.
sighed, adjusting his tool belt.
You know how the founder can be. I suppose we can leave this one off the records. Oh, we're going in finally. Our harvest awaits and
With a
such.
stroke of his mustache, Rollo proceeded into the Perennial Harvest headquarters.
Our harvest awaits. Package here for the founder. Oh, I didn't hear anything about. Yeah, this is a need to know kind of thing. I'll just
He
check.
stammered and flipped through the pages of his clipboard.
This goes directly to the founder. I don't have time to fill you in. Oh, I see. If you could just complete this
Rollo
form.
interrupted with urgency in his voice.
Every time with the forms. Look, if you want to explain to the founder why I'm late, well, it's your funeral. I'm sorry. What did you say your name was again?
Rollo panicked.
Our harvest awaits. Sir? That's a restricted area. Excuse me, sir. Our harvest awaits. Ready to light this candle, Tish? Yep. Suck on this perennial I am fat fist. What was that?
Distraction was enough for Rollo to regain his confidence.
Just open the damn door. I've got a job to do.
Clipboard fumbled around in a frenzy.
I should check on that noise. Oh, come on. Just buzz me in already. Oh, okay. Phew. That was close. Our harvest awaits. Hey, I figure when in doubt, stick with the classics. Well, that was a close one. But you pulled it off. Nice work, Rollo. Alright, everyone knows what to do? Yep, deep engineering is to the north. I'll go with Beck, in case she needs some muscle. I'll head east to the founder's office. You two be safe. Locate the founder's office. That's odd. There's not even any cups for the water. A hallway to nowhere. What's going on here? Oh. Solomon?
Solomon stopped in his tracks.
Luca? What are you doing here? It's a long story. Are you okay?
A veneer of confusion flashed across Solomon's face. His words rushed out dramatically.
No, I am most certainly not okay. Some strange people grabbed me and... Were they in hazmat suits? Yes, how did you know? They brought me here and locked me up, and when they were distracted, I ran. Dang, okay, you should stick with me. We've got a plan.
Solomon's facade briefly faltered.
We? Yeah, Rollo and Beck are headed to deep engineering. Thank heavens you found me. We've got to get out of here. We can't leave just yet. But they'll catch us again. I've got to do something first. When you were running, did you happen to see a door marked Founder? Founder, why are you looking for him? I'm not. I just needed to get into that office. Now that you mention it, I do think I saw a door that said Founder. It was just down this way.
Luca happened to notice a plaque above the door.
Office of the Founder. Knocking comes with consequences. Oh, here it is. So it is. It's pretty lucky that I ran into you, or else I might have missed it. Truly fortunate.
Luca tried the handle.
Locked.
Solomon leaned forward to examine the mechanism.
Regrettably, it seems to be some sort of electric lock. I don't see how we could possibly defeat a lock like that.
Luca smiled and looked at his watch.
Let's just wait a minute. I don't know what sort of funny business you're up to, but I like it.
She mimed a quick hat tip and ambled off with a whistle.
Howdy. Good afternoon.
The light on the keypad changed from red to green.
How did you do that? It's good to have friends. Quick, let's get inside before someone spots us. It's a fire truck. Can you guys hear that? The fire truck station, the firehouse, whatever you want to call it, is literally just down the street from me. So I hear it a lot. Which isn't a good thing that I hear it a lot, but, you know, it is what it is.
Luca switched on his walkie-talkie.
Rollo, I'm in. As expected, there's a control panel. Great timing. We're stuck at locked door marked number 24601. Need you to get us through. What if someone catches us? We should get out of here. I'm not leaving my friend Solomon.
On the computer screen, a green cursor blinked in a password field.
Surely you don't have the way to get around the password.
Luca pecked out his best guess. Underground secrets. The screen blinked to life. Columns of green numbers glowed on a black background.
How did you just guess that? Oh, it's this absurd password Rollo heard when we was down here before. He was down here before. It's funny how someone arrogant enough to call themselves the founders uses such a basic password. Or they were thinking several moves ahead, not expecting anyone to guess something so simple. These villain types always end up outsmarting themselves.
Solomon's jaw clenched into a half smile.
Your powers of dedication are as impressive as your luck.
Luca quickly scanned the columns for number 24601.
Well, I think this should do it. Bingo bango, doors open. Luca, you never fail to impress. What is that slippery lout even doing down here? We have a friend whose mom is in trouble. We're here to get her out. I see. Okay, Luca, I think we're close. The next door is marked 13806.
Once again, Luca scrutinized the numbers on the screen.
Deduction. Did I mispronounce something again? Dang.
In that moment of distraction, Solomon reached forward and pressed a large red button.
Maybe this one opens the lock. Oh no. Crap. We've got company. Luca, must go faster. One sec, I can't think with all this
He
noise.
quickly skimmed the screen with his finger.
Here it is, number 13806. Go, go, go. Curse these fumbling hands. My apologies, Luca. Don't beat yourself up. I know you were just trying to help. Oh man, no water cups? Rollo. Rollo, are you okay? Rollo, come in.
Mr. Kerr approached with a sneer and spoke into his walkie-talkie.
You can turn off the alarms, they're
With
trapped.
self-satisfaction, he called into the hallway.
That, my dears, is a dead end. Nowhere to run. Rollo, where are you? Are you okay? Yeah, I think we lost him. Making our way back to Nellie's office. Okay, you two ramble rousers are coming with us. Nope. Make a break for it. Did that little kick me? Don't just stand there. After them. Okay, I think that worked. Roxy and Fitz have them on a wild goose chase. I am having trouble following what just happened. Like I said, it's good to have friends. Rolo, how long do you think Roxy can distract them? How long can Roxy keep someone so pissed off they can't see straight? Let's just say we got time. Entering Nellie's office now. Mom! Oh, honey, what did you do to your hair? I thought you'd be happy. I finally used that young chemist lab kit. You sure have a knack for making me incredibly proud in the most frustrating ways. We need to get you out of here. We? Who is your adult friend? I'm not an adult. Ever heard of a growth spurt? I had more of a growth spew. No, that's not possible.
Nellie leaned over to examine his teeth.
Substantial banding on the enamel of the molars, consistent with Tempest liquamine exposure. Is that what you call the gunk they forced me to drink? You drank it? Oh no. They told me it was only being tested on plants. Oh, Beck, sweetie, I promise I didn't know. Mom, what the hell is going on at this place? I was brought here to work on the discovery of a lifetime. A novel chemical compound was discovered under beacon pines in the wellspring they called the source. They named it Tempest liquamine. It pulls energy from its surroundings in order to fundamentally alter matter's relationship to time. It was a secret to Valentine's fertilizer. They harvest the source, infusing small amounts of Tempest liquamine into the product. It worked wonders, drastically al- ac- accelerating plant growth. Crops would be ready to harvest in a fraction of the time. But it led to complications. The foul harvest. Perennial harvest came to clean up the mess. To succeed, there were Sorry about that. Yeah, I know. Hold on. Okay, sorry, my cat's driving me crazy. He comes in, he meows at my door, wanting to come in, so I let him in. Then he pees on my sweater. Like, what is this cat doing? But Tempest Liquamine is rebellious. Rebellious. You can think of it as manifestation of change itself. It's volatile by its very nature. So the more you try to force it to do a specific thing, the more it resists, yes. I can relate to that. My role was to finish the work of my predecessor. Predecessor. I don't. This is why I don't read out loud. Dr. Prescott. Harnessing Tempest Liquamine to reliably manipulate an organism's age. Just imagine how many people we could feed. Mr. Kerr was very insistent that we achieve a successful result before today's festival. But you didn't, right?
Melly sighed.
You know how much I love a good puzzle. I poured myself into the problem. It wasn't long until I discovered oddities in Dr. Prescott's notes. Oddities? They contained obvious errors, mistakes that someone of his reputation would never make. So I fixed them and now I get to replace my entire wardrobe. I really am truly sorry. Man, those clothes were all hand-me-downs anyway. It sounds like Dr. Prescott figured it out, got cold feet, and intentionally sabotaged his own work. I had considered that possibility. I've sent a letter asking him to clarify his thinking. Mom, Dr. Prescott is dead. Kerr had him killed. What? I overheard them talking about it on the radio. It's why we gotta get you out of here. Like now. Wait, the vial. I finally solved the chemical equation allowing direct control of aging. Mr. Kerr picked it up just before you came. All the more reason we gotta hightail it. Luca, we've got Dr. Modwell heading your way now. Roger that, be careful. Alright, everything's on track. And what's your plan for escape? We'll go over everything when they get here. In the meantime, maybe we can dig up some more info. Heck yeah. Mullis 80 proof whiskey. A hard drink for a hard man. Wow, even his alcohol is arrogant.
Solomon muttered inaudibly.
I should just smother you right now. What was that? I said I shouldn't bother you right now. Don't be silly, you're no bother at all. Let's see what else this bad boy has on it. Security system, time card logs, payroll, You know, for being so evil, this guy sure is boring.
Solomon once again muttered under his breath.
Just you wait. Huh? Oh, nothing.
Luca tugged on each of the cabinets.
There's a spider crawling on my wall. Dang, this must be the good stuff. They're all locked. Perhaps he's not as careless as you suspected. Well, we'll see. It looks like the founder was helping Kerr plan the festival. Why would such a secretive leader be obsessed with the party? Only time will tell.
Luca held his hand up to the ashtray.
Still warm. He must have been in here recently. I'm really sorry you got dragged into this mess, Solomon. You needn't worry about me. Well, I feel bad either way. We're gonna get you out of here, I
With a
promise.
subtle, quivering lip, a smile crawled across Solomon's face. They heard the trampling of frantic footsteps from the hallway.
Lock it, lock it, lock it. Locked. That was close. When we left Nellie's office, it was swarming with clipboards. We barely got away. Did they follow you? Rollo. Before we start tossing blame around, it is possible someone ordered a pizza. Oh my goodness. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Definitely not pizza. What now? Don't look at me. I'm officially retiring from this heisting business. We're so sorry for the inconvenience. We just have a few quick questions. Just let me think. Can someone watch the door? Of course. Everyone else huddle up. Oops. I think this little caper has gone long enough. Oh, caper. Solomon, no! Hush now, child. The adults are speaking. Dr. Mudwell, a brief reinterjection is in order. We've never met in person, but we have corresponded. You see, it was I who hired you. Solomon, the pathetic orphan child. The powerful and enigmatic founder. Sharper, the fallen progenitor who created this town. Perennial Harvest, Valentine Harvest Fertilizer, all connected by a single thread. Yours truly. But that's...
Her eyes searched the floor in thought. Solomon watched eagerly, waiting for the flicker of epiphany. With a sickened look, she peered into his soul.
Ha, yes. Now you've got it. Tempest Liquamine. You discovered how to reverse the process.
Solomon clapped with genuine delight.
Very good, Dr. Modwell. Very good. Though the discovery wasn't intentional.
Solomon glanced down, examining his youthful form.
And the effects went a little too far for my tastes. That's why you needed me to finish Dr. Prescott's work. Which you did admirably. Mr. Kerr, the vial, please.
Kerr presented it with a theatrical twirl of the hand.
Oh, I accidentally skipped it. May I present to you the eighth wonder of
Before he could finish, Rollo snatched the vial from Kerr's palm.
Wow, this stuff sounds pretty valuable. Be careful, you fool. You have no idea what you have in your hand. Actually, we do. You just did a whole evil villain monologue thingy about it.
Rollo casually tossed the vial to Luca.
Gosh, maybe I'll have a taste.
Jiggled the vial mockingly.
Seize him! Luca, over here. Move another inch and I smash it.
She held it tightly behind her back. Solomon sighed, speaking in crisp, measured syllables.
You have no plan. I'll smash it, I swear. Fine, risk killing us all. Or, if you're lucky, nothing happens. Then what? We capture you and grant you much less leniency.
He pursed his lips with feigned sincerity.
But I give you my word, if you hand it over now, none of you will be harmed.
A deep uncertainty washed over Beck.
You're a smart girl, Beck. But there's no shame in being outwitted by someone smarter than you. We both know there is only one way this ends.
She looked to Nellie shakily. With a dispirited nod, Nellie sighed in defeat. Beck slowly approached Solomon.
That's a good girl. Beck, don't do it. We can't trust that jerk. I'm sorry, he's right.
With apprehension, Beck conceded.
Why would you do that?
Solomon pocketed the vial and brushed off his shoulder with a sharp flick.
Mr. Kerr, you have allowed yourself to be humiliated by a group of children. Report to my office tomorrow for a performance review.
The blood drained from Kerr's face.
Of course, sir. But first you have to have a speech to make. Trot out there and give me the introduction I deserve. And don't forget to smile. Yes, sir. And to think of all of this is thanks to the efforts of Mr. Van Horn. I don't understand. How is this all because of me? I said Mr. Van Horn, you silly child. Dr. Walt Van Horn. Your father was always a thorn in my side. I offered him an opportunity to be part of something great. But the fool was blinded by righteousness. He even broke into my laboratory in an attempt to sabotage my work.
Solomon shook his head with gratification.
But the universe has a funny way of correcting course. By meddling with a force he didn't understand, Walt showed me its true potential. As fate would have it, Luca, your father's dying act was to grant me eternal life.
A muffled applause resonated faintly through the walls.
Well, that's my cue. After the festivities and my subsequent ascension, I will return to deal with you all. Until then, I suggest you use this time to reflect on the magnitude of your failure. You there, keep post outside the door. Well, crap. Hey, I'm sorry, Luca. I did what I had to do. I know, it's just we were so close. I've got a feeling that eventually Solomon will get what's coming to him. Time wounds all heals. Well, time seems like less of an issue for him now.
Nellie was staring at the floor, deep in thought.
Sorry, Luca, give me a minute to calm my mind. I can't believe Beck sold us out like that. I'm not sure she had any other choice. So what now? What's the plan? I don't have one. Of course you do. You always have a plan. Rollo, you just need some time. Rollo, it's over. We lost. Luca, there's something you should know. After Mr. Kerr locked me in that office, I had nothing but time and curiosity. I poked around a bit, hoping to find a means of escape. But I found something else. A note, hidden in a false drawer. What sort of note? Dr. Prescott must have sensed his time at Perennial Harvest was growing short. So he left behind a letter with the hope it would be found by his successor. It was a confession of sorts. He left it for me, but its contents, Luca, I think they were meant for you. Why? What did it say? It was about an incident with your mother. Dr. Prescott found her in his lab with a stolen keycard. There was an accident. She had been exposed to extreme amounts of Tempest liquamine.
The color dropped from Luca's face.
She survived. Dr. Prescott decided to help her recover. He no longer trusted Perennial Harvest, so he kept her whereabouts a secret. Over time, your mother led him to reconsider the purpose of scientific discovery. Science is often at the vanguard of change. But that doesn't mean it's always right. He realized that no one should have control over something as powerful as time itself. I now believe that's why he began to intentionally sabotage his own work. And it cost him his life. That's a reasonable conclusion.
Luca was overwhelmed with emotion.
But if she's alive, where has she been? Where is she now?
A sudden explosion sounded from the hull.
Interesting.
Chapter 8. Comeuppance. Ears still ringing, Gran picked herself up off the ground. Through the dust and smoke, she looked over to see Mrs. Fratelli helping Hiram Tolliver to his feet. She'd had to beg, borrow, and steal to acquire those explosives. How many nights had she spent visualizing how she'd use them to make things right? And now, her one shot at destroying the source, that damned hole that swallowed so much of her life, was
Oh, let's get back to
traded for this jagged hole in a wall and a foolhardy shot at rescuing Rollo. With Fratelli and Tolliver at her side, she stepped through. It was a strange feeling. The last time she'd stalked this maze of hallways, it was in a different body. They quickly rounded a corner to find a group of clipboards guarding a door. Something worth guarding is probably something worth seeing.
Yep, it is.
She leapt forward, brandishing her cane. If her last chance at vengeance for things lost was truly gone, she would just have to fight to keep what she still had.
Let us see. Gran, what are you doing here? Luca, what are you doing here? We're here to save Nellie. We're here to save Rollo. Hey, Mrs. Luca's Gran. That's awful nice of you. But I'm fine. Oh no, what did they... Gran, there's no time to explain. We have to go now. Come on, everyone. We've got a party to crash.
They made their way out from deep within Perennial Harvest, just as Solomon finished up his speech.
Thankfully, we can dispense with the formalities from here on out.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket.
We've got to stop him.
In one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
Now. No! Sorry. Well, I guess that's it. We lost. I wouldn't be so sure about that.
With a mischievous look, Beck elbowed Luca. Remember when I had the vial behind my back?
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little junk.
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little junk.
Can't wait to see the look on his face when he realizes he drank his own cigar ash. How did ashes get into the vial? It was pretty easy to mess with the vial when it was behind my back. Oh, that's sneaky. Well, it's a bad habit anyways. Pa always says bad habits are like 50-yard field goals. Huh? Hard to kick. Ah, that makes sense. You can all call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
He did. Well, that's one way to kick a bad habit.
As the last of what was once Sharper Valentine wafted into the air, the crowd began to disperse, still numb from what they had just observed. Sharper Valentine was gone for good. His end would be a new beginning for Beacon Pines. A new chance to let go of the things they had lost and grab hold of a new future.
Yeah, those kids did murder him. But I mean, he was evil, so I guess it was okay.
The end. Well, I'd be lying if I said that wasn't a bit gratifying. If that feels to you like a good note to end on, I won't stand in your way.
Okay, so that story is done. But there's one more for chill, for this. So, oh my gosh, do I finally have enough for this? I do. Oh, that's for the vial. Okay. Okay, we'll do this one. Seriously? Even if it's an evil person?
They'd run the classic good cop, chill cop interrogation.
I feel like... So technically that means... Okay. So if you're going based on that, technically wouldn't superheroes then be murderers? So technically then they're all villains. You know? My thing got unplugged again. I'll handle this. Just gotta play it cool.
Luca walked calmly to the light switch, flicking it off and on a few times. Mr. Tolliver shook his head, gathering his wits.
Golly, I sure got my bell rung.
He looked over to find Luca, who returned a calming grin.
Seriously, that was the whole plot? But wasn't his job was to take down the enemy? Cause like it was like war and stuff. Oh wait, no, that's okay. Never mind. I was thinking about the other thing. Civil War. Yeah. For some reason, I thought of the first one, but no, I know what you're talking about now. That does make sense. But the thing is, in that one, wasn't the Winter Soldier? He didn't know because he was under control, wasn't he? So technically, can you really blame him if he was under control? I don't think you can if he's was under control. Sorry, Mr. Tolliver. This was all a big mistake. Luca, what's going on here? Why do you have me strapped down? No. Oh. No one's fault, really. Rollo just got a little startled. Rollo's here?
Rollo and Beck emerged from hiding to give a timid wave.
Well, alright. Mistakes happen. You kids gave old Hiram a good scare. Let's just get me out of these ropes and call it even.
Luca glanced over to Rollo and Beck, who replied with skeptical looks.
Mr. Tolliver, why are you in my grand's basement? I'm here to help out. To help, of course. Help with what? What's my gran up to? If you'll just cut me loose, I can show you. How do I know we can trust you?
Mr. Tolliver exhaled with disappointment.
Luca, have I ever done wrong by you? No. And since your gran moved to town, haven't I been nothing but welcoming? Yeah. So why would I turn my back on your family now? It's just all this stuff seems pretty weird. A board with names of people from town, an archive of my dad's old disturbing patient notes,
Luca gestured to the corner.
barrels of explosives. I can explain everything. You just need to untie me. You kids deserve an explanation.
Luca looked again to Rollo and Beck. This time they shrugged. Luca began to slowly loosen the bindings. Mr. Tolliver gently rubbed his wrists.
That's a good lad. This will make sense in time.
He edged imperceptibly toward the stairs as he spoke.
You see, this town has secrets, Luca. A very dark past indeed.
Before the kids had even noticed his movement, Mr. Tolliver was at the light switch.
Oh no. A past that must be brought to...
He punctuated his final words by flicking the switch and rushing up the stairs.
light. Son of a...
Beck darted to the wall and turned back on the lights. It was too late. Rollo confirmed what they all heard.
He just locked us down here.
Mr. Tolliver's muffled voice came from behind the door.
I wasn't lying, you know. This is for your own good. You kids just keep tight down there. And let the adults handle it. This.
They looked bewildered at each other.
Play it cool, huh? Not now, Beck.
They heard the staccato thump of quick steps exiting the house. The kids looked down in resignation. This isn't how it goes in Hank Atomic. For some reason, they'd always assumed it was up to them to save their town. Luca opened his mouth, hoping to conjure some magical words to make this right. Only a hollow croak escaped. The end. Well, we certainly aren't going to find a grand resolution to our tale locked in a basement.
Nope.
Back to the drawing board.
Okay. So, what the heck? What's this one supposed to be for? Hmm. Oh, I guess there's another option? Yeah, this one has two more to do.
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little change.
Like, pocket change? Your unlucky penny. Yeah, I plopped it in the vial when no one was looking. What's that gonna do? No idea. That's the beauty of science. Now we observe. You can call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
Holy crap, he's a baby. Yeah, but he's still Sharper, right? What he was no longer matters. This is an innocent child. I apologize for all the harm my father has caused you.
Eris awkwardly cradled the squirming child. She looked to her brother, her voice shaking with uncertainty.
Augustus, what do we do what Valentines always do. We must be done. What must be done? I'll hurry home and prepare a crib for father, young Sharper. That would be great help. Thank you.
She looked back down at the infant with equal parts kindness and terror in her eyes. With a shake of her head, Eris addressed the crowd with a stern scowl.
Okay, everyone. The show is over. You may leave now. Interesting.
Epilogue. Beacon Pine's coldest summer on record came and went without much fanfare. Folks shared what they had and none were left wanting. The new school year was ushered in by the falling leaves of autumn. After everything Luca, Rollo, and Beck had been through, middle school was bearable. The chill of winter didn't seem to bother people much. They kindled a hope for a better future in their hearts. When spring arrived, farmers planted their crops with a sense of joy and optimism. And as the dawn of the first day of summer came again, its light slowly spread through the shallow valley. It crept over the town square, across the river, past the neglected welcome sign, and came to rest on a young boy sleeping at dawn. His mind at peace, knowing he is here for a reason.
Okay. Rollo, are you up yet? Roger that. It's a beautiful day at Mission Control. You gonna swing by? Be there in a minute. Nice. Okay. I guess we'll just...
Over time, Eleanor began moving Walt's old things out of the closet and into storage. Eleanor had moved back into her bedroom, and now that she wasn't sneaking out late, she even slept there most nights.
Dang, I always wanted to see what it looked like in there. Okay, let's check out... Mom, I'm ready to go now. You go on without me, I'll meet you there. I've got a batch of jam to finish jarring. It's funny. I only started making jam as a way to send messages without anyone noticing. But now I enjoy it. Okay, I guess we'll just go. Actually, can I see what's over here? Well, like, I know my dad's thing's here, but is it different? The grave. It's gone. Oh, he's so cute when he sneezes. I hear you and Rollo have big plans for that little treehouse. Yeah, it started getting crowded after we revoked the max capacity one Rollo, one Luca rule. So we decided to expand it. But at least we've got some help with that. How's the internship at Nelly and Ilona's shop going? It's been great. I'm hoping it helps me get into School of Agriculture up at State. Also, Nellie said she'd write a letter of recommendation, which would be huge. I just can't help but worry about leaving Rollo. He's grown up so fast, but he's still my little brother. Yeah, he had a heck of a growth spurt. I don't just mean grown, literally. This morning he was up and finished his chores before I even had breakfast. Well, some of that might be excitement about treehouse renovations. Don't tell him this, cause it'll go to his head. I'm really proud of that little punk. I'm sure he feels the same way, but he's just too dang proud to tell you. I know. Do 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 do. Hey Gus, how's the tree planting going? Couldn't be better. He looks happier now. I'm so grateful that Ilona, and Nellie are letting me help. I just wasn't built to be a mayor. Too much bureaucracy. I don't know. Gus, we finished cleaning up the sidewalks. What's next?
When Perennial Harvest collapsed, most of the clipboards skipped town. But some stuck around and dedicated themselves to making things right.
Anyone with a knack for art can help paint the new offices. You can count on us. Well, it looks like you really found your calling. I never really felt comfortable telling people what to do. Now this right here. This is something I can be proud of. Yeah, you can. I don't want to go down there just yet. How's the napping this morning? The most underrated part of a good nap is the view. And the view's getting greener every day. Nice. So you decided on a name? Yep, we had to clear out all the old stuff before putting on the final touch. Slow and Dirty Harvest is now official. I like it. It was actually Nellie's idea. There's still a lot of work to do, and the name serves as a reminder. Just because progress is important doesn't mean change should happen fast. In fact, I've learned that the more you care about something, the more important it is to take things slow. Our motto is go slow and fix things. Amen to that. Ah, look at this. Oh, I haven't seen him out for a while. What's today's news that needs knowing? I'll give you tomorrow's headline today. Our old friend Patrick C. Montesquieu, aka William Kerr, just performed a starring edition of The Iceman Cometh at the State Correctional Facility. I hear there wasn't a dry eye in the house. Well, I guess he has plenty of time to work on his craft. Young Mr. Van Horn. How's little Solomon Sharper doing? Young Sharper seems to enjoy nature more than I. So we do a lot of strolling these days. Has he, attempted to crawl out of his crib and plot world domination? Yeah. Thankfully, no. I spoke at length with Dr. Madwell, and she feels that Sharper's infant mind was not developed enough to retain his previous memories. For all intents and purposes, the child is unmolded clay. Let's hope he's a little nicer the second time around. That is the objective, yes. But really, all I can do is try and hope. 2 activities I am endeavoring to find less distasteful. Well, I think you're doing a great job. And the whole town is ready to help out however we can. I can't wait to teach him to throw a baseball.
Eris did her best to ignore the tears welling in her eyes.
That would be acceptable. Nice. What do you have to say? He looked at his friends with a thankful smile. After everything that could have gone wrong, everything that did go wrong, we made it. The end.
Closing her eyes, Miss Hatch took a deep, relaxing breath.
Oh, hello, Luca. How are you? Really good, actually. That's wonderful. Did I miss anything? I think you're pretty much up to speed. Let's see if there's anyone here. Oh, just her. Interesting. Luca, do you want a biscotti? I love... Biscottis aren't too bad. I personally don't really enjoy them as much. But... did you know that biscottis are actually meant to eat with wine, not with coffee or tea? I didn't know that till a few years ago. On the house. I don't really have time to... Zerial, you gotta come and see this. I finally did it. I pulled the perfect espresso. Aw, Lumi. If I didn't know better, I would think you're proud of something. As if. I know. It's too late. You are now officially a person that cares. Okay. Okay, let's go down here. We gotta see everyone. Oh, it's like empty here. Nothing? Dang. Wow, back for seconds? If it's not too much trouble. For the longest time, I didn't understand the appeal of ice cream. It serves no purpose. Yeah. But I say biscottis since it's just, what everyone says here. So, it serves no purpose. Other than to be briefly enjoyed and then it's gone. But it's pretty tasty while it lasts. I'm inclined to agree. Cool. Hey Luca, can you tell Roxy I'll be free in an hour? Sure thing. My dad's making me stock the shelves for the summer. He said it builds character. I think he meant to say it builds calluses. Builds character. Yeah, it builds something alright. Can I talk to him? Yeah, I can. Luca, can I interest you in a delicious
He
apple?
playfully waggled an apple.
No thank you, just saying hello. Well, hello then. Mind telling me your your mom we need a new crate of jam. Already? It's funny, I used to hide this stuff in the back, terrified that someone would find out about our secret messages. Now everyone wants to get their hands on Eleanor Van Horn's famous spy jam. I slapped the watermelon. I love slapping the watermelon. It's so fun. Character calluses. Close enough. Pretty much, yeah. Oh. I'm glad you swung by. More follow-up questions for your story? Nope, I've got everything I need. Thanks again for that. I sent a draft of the story to the reporter in Capital City, and they offered me an internship. Of course they did. You're an amazing reporter. I don't know about all that. A story about a phony corruption that picked up an entire town of people and moved them to cover up a massive illegal mineshaft full of incredibly hazardous chemicals. Sort of writes itself if you think about it. Just don't forget us when you become a fancy big city reporter. Capital City isn't that far away. I'm gonna have to come back from time to time to check in and see what sort of new trouble you've gotten yourself into. Sorry to disappoint, but my adventuring days are over. Ha, we both know that's not true. What makes you say that? Call it a reporter's intuition.
Mrs. Fratelli glowed with a carefree smile.
Is that your suitcase? That is 2 weeks of unencumbered tranquility. Excuse me. Would you be so kind as to take my order? 2 weeks of sand margaritas. Is that what it is? I think so. Sand, margaritas, and forgotten obligations. Excuse me. I'd love to place an order, please. An order.
Mrs. Fratelli sighed with a zen-like calm.
Just as soon as the lunch rush ends, I'll be a feather on the wind. You're going on vacation? For the first time in years. And I've got you and your mom to thank. Why's that? She didn't tell you yet? You two are gonna fill in for me at the diner while I'm gone. Just like old days. Old times. It's fine, I'll wait. Nice. Okay. There's just one more area before we go to the treehouse. Well, technically two. Oh wow, so many people here.
Over the school year, Kato and Bert had become close friends.
But did you know that when they covered up the source, they found a new species of fungus? Yep, and they are studying it in the new labs. Did you know that Beacon Pines is now the smallest town in the county? Yep, close to the population before Perennial Harvest moved in.
It typically went on like this for quite some time.
Interesting. I can't believe it's over. Yeah, the town's really starting to turn a new leaf. The town? I was talking about Hank Atomic, sorry. I just finished the last issue. How was it? As great as always. Hank finally returned to Earth. But I just feel weird now. Weird can be cool. It just means you're ready for something new. Any suggestions? You could ask Miss Hatch about what she's always reading. She seems to really enjoy it. Huh, maybe I'll do that.
peeked over Piper's shoulder, laid stealthily inside a large volume of mathematics, was the first issue of Hank Atomic.
Piper, are you reading Hank Atomic? Do you mind not telling anyone? I've kinda got a reputation to uphold. Oh, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Just about every kid in town reads Hank Atomic. Honestly, I'm excited for you. What I'd give to start over fresh, to experience it again for the first time. I guess that's the downside of finishing something nice. At least now I can enjoy it again through you. Promise to tell me about it as you go? Sure thing. Hiya, Mr. Nuncreed. I'm gonna go see my dad in a bit. Did you want to come with? Even after everything I did, you'd still...
Mr. Nuncreed shook his head.
You really are your father's son, aren't you? I don't think I'm ready for that yet. Well, you're always invited. I bet he'd love to hear from you. I'll visit Walt in my own time. You run along now. Look at all these children.
With perennial harvest gone, the transportation tubes were left unused.
Come on, come all. Oh, come one, come all. No one is too big, no one is too small. For Jeff's wild ride.
Maybe not completely unused.
Just one piece of candy for the ride of your life. Who's next? Me, 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 me. That's cool. There's just more areas. Guess what? Yesterday I saw Dynasty's Titus. And that's good? It's great. I haven't spotted one of those in years. At this rate, Beacon Pines is gonna become the bug capital of the county. That probably won't be good. Nothing new here?
The Valentine Mansion loomed, both figuratively and...
Okay, yeah, nothing new there. And nothing new here. Okay. Interesting. Anything this way? Nope. Okay, let's just go back now. To the treehouse we go. Oh, we got another person to talk to. Luca, get this. I managed to reel in an actual fish this morning. Seriously? Yeah, and honest to goodness. Flip flopping. Swim swamming. Fish. I don't think I've ever caught an actual fish here. Been at least 7 years since I caught one. I'd say it's a good omen. What do you do with the fish? Oh, I released it back into the pond. I'm hoping to catch it again tomorrow. Nice. A little higher. Yep. A little lower. Yep. Oh my goodness. A little higher. Yep. I'm telling you, the angle isn't the issue. We need more power to the radio. Luca, there you are. Would you tell him it's not the angle? Hey, I'm not in charge of the antenna redesign. Fine, fine. Iggy, just don't do anything drastic until we get back. Who, me? Tish, you're in charge while I'm gone. Yep. They'll be fine, right? It'll be fine. If we really want mission control to turn into something bigger and better, we have to loosen our grip a bit. You're right. Lead the way. Check in with Becca at her house. Ah, I have to go all the way back to her house. Dang. Oh, there she is. I have news I think you'll enjoy. This morning I unpacked my last box. You're officially moved in. It's just a box. Let's not blow this out of proportion. It sounds an awful lot like putting down roots. I guess I decided this place is root-worthy. You're gonna be stuck with me for a foreseeable future. For the foreseeable future. I do have to warn you, most years aren't going to be as interesting as this one. I think I'll manage. Ready? Before we go, there's a bit of a surprise. I have a bit of surprise. I don't know what she said. My mom's prepared this tree especially for you. They didn't have to do that. It wasn't just them. Just about the whole town pitched in. We all owe you. It should do okay in the cold of old Beacon Pines and thrive as things warm up. That's perfect. When you're ready, take Jeff's wild ride to Old Oak Beacon. Okay, let's go. Yeah. Ah, you got it. Now that's a good looking treat. Being a special occasion and whatnot, this ride's on the house. You're gonna want to hang on tight to that little tree. Nice.
I think this is it. The end I've been waiting for.
Exactly. This is the true ending.
Honestly, I'd begun to lose hope of ever finding it. But then you came along. I don't know exactly how to thank you. It's hard to explain how much this means to me. It's funny, now that our time together is finally ending, I'm at a loss for words. Let's just watch the end together.
Yeah. Done. A good little tree. The best little tree. Thank you, children. This means a lot. Yeah, thanks for everything. Shucks. I only did what any super awesome best buddy would have done. We should probably give you some time alone now. You good? Yeah, I am. It's been a wild year. How are you feeling? Everyone keeps asking me that. I'm fine, really. Pa always says the only thing fitter than a fiddle is a cello. I don't think so. I feel like a dang cello. Well, if you ever stop feeling like a cello, I'm here for you. I know, you don't even have to say it. You two make an awesome pair. Excuse me? We're a trio now. Yep. Thanks. There's just one thing missing now that you're part of our group. Missing? Let me tell you a little story about a man named Hank Atomic. Oh God. I won't be long. We'll be waiting for you back at the phone booth. I've found the perfect way to start our summer. Oh, you've got some good friends. I'm so proud of you. Your father would be so proud. I know. Mom, can I ask you a question? Do you ever dream about Dad? Not a night goes by that I don't. Are you ever afraid that you're going to forget him? Forget what he looked like? Forget his voice? No, because so much of him lives on in you. He loved that old tree, but I know he would have loved this one more. Because his two favorite people planted it. I'll give you two a moment. Hey, Dad. Dr. Medwell says that over the next few years, this place should warm up. So you won't have to be so cold for much longer. I think I finally understand why you left that night. There were things you believed in. Big things. Those beliefs were the things that made you you. If you wouldn't have stood up for what you believed in, you wouldn't have been the same person anymore. You had to go. But that didn't mean you loved us any less. I might not visit you as much as I used to. I know you understand. Okay. Oh, and that was the end. Okay. Wow. Well, look at that! We completed the game! Yet, we still have some other endings to unfold. But, what a wonderful ending this was. Just absolutely wonderful. The design was awesome. The story was amazing. It was all so good. My predictions were pretty on point. Gran was his mother. Just not the way I thought is how she turned into an older woman. That was a great game. Amazing. Now, do I do the other endings or do I go eat? I think I'm gonna do the other endings. Man, I love this game so much. It's so good. I think I'm really glad that I decided to play it. I really thought I wouldn't have. Like, this game's been on my mind for like, since it came out on Game Pass. And I was debating on, streaming it or just playing it on my own. But when I was reading the description of it, the other day, I thought it would be a good game to stream, especially in October. Since it said cute and creepy, so, I say it did live up to its potential with the cute and creepy. Well, not creepy, but, it was just all good. Can I skip this by any chance? I don't think I can. Okay, we'll wait till this is over so we can do the other endings. I think there was one more alternative for him drinking the potion, and then there was another branch, but I don't have the other thing for it. This is gonna take a while. Oh, we're at the V's. Never mind. It should be done soon. W's, X, Y, and Z. Nice. I think these are like Patreons. Nice. 10 years. Ooh! 10 years later. Okay. Wow, nice kick. Sharper. What did you find? Yeah. Oh? I found... Interesting. I wonder if there's gonna be another game. Okay. So we could choose for this one. This is the last branch. And then it's game over. Completely. So do we? We do. Oh shoot.
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little change.
Don't worry, I could do this real quick. See, just do that. And just do this. Boom. There we go.
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little malice.
Malice. Malice, the whiskey from his office? Yep, dude had an unfinished glass on his desk. Figured his grow juice could use a little hair for the dog. You can all call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
Let's see what this one does. Oh, interesting. Turn them into confetti. Now that's what I call 80 proof whiskey. Damn, dude. Interesting.
The crowd gazed in stunned silence at the now empty stage.
Oh my god. I guess that would be horrifying if you saw someone explode into confetti. Oh my gosh, the achievement I got for this is Pop Goes the Weasel.
The quiet was broken when William Kerr sprinted off stage and into the distance. He was never seen around Beacon Pines, or anywhere else for that matter, again. Watching the silhouette of Kerr disappear over the horizon, Luca began to laugh. First, a low chuckle that became uncontrolled, heaving laughter.
To be honest, I thought there would have been like more to the story for some reason. I don't know.
Through his tears, he was vaguely aware that the crowd had begun to laugh with him.
They're all just laughing that he exploded to confetti. That's something.
The end. That was unexpected.
Yeah, it was.
Perhaps a bit of an absurd ending for my taste, but who am I to say? I'm only writing the damn thing.
That's it. We completed the entire game. Well then. Um that was pretty awesome. I really love this game. I wonder if this means I unlocked all the achievements. If not, then we will probably have to go back to do that. Actually, let me check real quick. Let's see if I completed. It's not 100% completed. There's 2 secret achievements. And I don't know what that means. I wonder why you don't get an achievement for completing the story. Oh my gosh, what if you get an achievement for completing the story without any mistakes? Because this was the only true ending. So if we do this, this, then this, then this, then that, like, what if we do it right? Maybe that's what it is? But the thing is, I don't remember which one was. Well, these ones doesn't matter for it. This one does. So there's this one. So this one. And this one. Dang, I was hoping it would have been a longer stream, but I guess not. I guess I'll just end it here. Unless there's a game. Nah, there's no other games really to play. So yeah. Close the book. Pop goes the weasel. Oh, we did get an achievement to completing the game. Never mind. Well, um, I have are. Sorry, I cut out. I punched the melon, yes. So I have Pop Goes the Weasel, the Close the Book, The Big Chill, Riddle Me This, Nerd, Born in a Barn, Play That Funky Music, and A Charmed Life. That's what I have. And that's 8. 8. Yeah, that's 8. I don't know what the last 2 are. Am I still muted? Did you not hear any of that? Yeah, I got big chill. No, I don't have that one. Oh. Is it? It's this one that I think. I have closed the book. I don't have the one you said before that. I don't have that one. It's just how would we... Wait, do I have Melon Kicker? Oh, I don't have Melon Kicker. Do I have to go back and kick the melon? But I already did that. Oh, I slapped the melon. I have to find a way to kick it. Okay, so that's the one I have to do. And yeah, the one you said before. So yeah, I have to do those two. So how would I kick the melon? Okay, so we have to go. I guess we could just go to any one that's easy. We'll just go to this one, I think. To the beginning to kick it. How would I kick it? This one I could just do any one.
We were just gonna go hide for the day.
Finding a way to kick the melon.
Traditionally, when
Okay, I'm gonna skip all this because I've read all this.
all's well, but
Okay, we have to find a way to kick the melon. How would we do that? What do you think? How would I have to kick the melon? Because I can only snap it. Yeah.
Chapter 2. Welcome to. For many, it wasn't over the mountain.
Just skipping. I don't need to talk to any of these people. Let's see. I use these ones. These ones I used. No, I used them all. Dang it. Okay, hold on. We have to go to a different part of it. We'll just go here and pick the penny one again.
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little change. his Eris, she looked with a shake of epilogue. Beacon folks, the news they kindled when spring, and as it his mind at peace, knowing he is here for a reason.
Yep. So I think, okay, so okay, I think since it gives us the option to slap the watermelon, a way to kick it is if we have something in our hands. But which one is the one where I had jam? Because that's the only one I had something in my hand. I think it was this one. It's either this one or this one, so we're gonna do this one first. And we'll pick struggle.
This is a story about struggle. Luca could hear a machine. He felt his hand. He yanked. Let Lucas. He heard the with the muff. Luca was. He.
Okay.
Chapter 3. Everything's fine. The next morning, it was quieter. Only the sound of silver.
I finished drawing. Yeah, this is the one. This is the one we had to do. Yep. Wow. Just skipping through all this dialogue because I've read it. There's the jam. Let's go. Oh. But I'm pretty sure I have slapped the watermelon while holding this. So I'm pretty sure I did that. I don't know. We're about to find out. I love jumping. It's so cute. We are about to find out. Okay. I can't tell if I'm kicking or slapping. Well, I guess we'll find out.
Huddled at his counter, Hiram Tolliver was meticulously shining.
I have a feeling that we... Oh no, we got it. We kicked it. Nice. What was the other one? Alright, okay. Now we just have to figure out how to do that one.
With a yelp, Mr. Tolliver... He... tolerate. He reached for.
Okay.
He leaned.
Now, how do we get the other one? Oh, I know exactly what they're talking about. What you're talking about. Because we have to go. Back here, I think. Just pick random.
We were just gonna go hide for the day.
I know exactly what you're talking about, I think.
Also,
I think this is the one because I remember fishing in the first part of it. Unless I had to actually catch the fish at the end of the game. Oh my
chap,
gosh.
welcome. For many, it wasn't over the net until in this.
See?
Whenever Lucas, it reminds.
I think we have to catch the things here. Oh yeah, see?
Luca wrapped a twig of thyme around the hook.
Those are the other
Some
ones.
fish have.
See, because I already got the boot and the duck. I have to go slowly on this. Or it'll break. Well, thank you, cowboy. I wouldn't have known it was this if you didn't say anything. Ooh, a watch. It's property of Sharper Valentine. Figures. If he had his way, property of Sharper Valentine would be written on everything in this town. Should we give it back to him? He may not even want it back. The man's got a continuous relationship with time. We'll keep it here in case he ever wants to pick it up. Okay.
Luca placed a sinker on the line. Sometimes the best stuff is at the bottom of the pond.
Indeed it is. Before it breaks. Nice. A bottle note. Mayless 80. A hard liquor for a hard man. Best leave that be. Takes a real piece of work to leave something like that laying around.
Luca wrapped some tape around the hook. Hey,
Interesting.
you never know.
True. Nice. It's got a bunch of big words written on it. Let's see that. We regret to inform you that your application for property rights with respect to the Beacon Pines CBD and surrounding area has been rejected. Who's that for? Applicant Valentine Estate. Good. Good. Interesting.
Luca
Smack.
stuck a toy stretchy hand onto the hook. Those
Interesting.
things always get dirty anyway.
Even fishing in this game is so calming. I swear, every time there's fishing, it's just the best part of a video game. Even if it has nothing to do with it, they should just add fishing anyway. A stretchy hand, yeah, that's what it was. A bracelet. Should we give it to Mom? She likes jewelry. That's a sweet thought, Buckaroo. But I'm not sure she'd fully appreciate a pawn bracelet.
Luca tied a small magnet to the line, fishing with the law of attraction.
I love in-game fishing. It's so good. I love in-game fishing. It's just something about it so calming. Even real life fishing, it's so good. I love it. Even though, you know, I caught like one thing out of all the times I fished. A key. Where do you think the lock is for this key? Now, why would we want to find that? Because then we would know the secret. That's no fun. The second we know what it unlocks, it becomes boring and it becomes a boring old key. I should download a fishing game. I should. Oh my gosh, is there a fishing simulator? I would so do that. Right now, this key could unlock anything. Cool. Okay, I think... Seriously? Okay, I should write that. Okay, so that's all of them. I don't wanna...
Luca gently bade good first.
That's the last one that I have there. Oh, it's pretty nice outside today. It's nice and chilly. I felt a breeze. I hope that's the achievement. Okay, we got Melon Kicker. Is that not all of them? I'm pretty sure that's all of them. Oh, there's a truck out there. Oh, it's the garbage truck still. No, it's not. It is the... What kind of truck is this? I can't say there's too many trees in the way. A car and truck rentals truck. I guess someone's renting a car or a truck. Yeah, I think I'm missing some. Okay, so we did pull. We did struggle. We did pungent. There's crooked. Check the town hall sign north of the hole. when you're exploring with Iggy. I searched it up. Okay, we have to. Oh my
Luca
gosh,
wrapped
just pick one.
femfit.
We have to go to this one. Because there's Crooked. The one, or Crooked. Hole sign. North of the hole. When you're exploring with Iggy. I have to get, so each one of the little word things is a different thing. So I think the only one I have to get is the crooked one, or crooked, whatever it's, because I searched it up and it says that each word pulls out a different thing. So the only one I don't have is crooked. So that's the one I have to do. I have to pick, I think, flight. Because I have to explore the frozen
And decided
one,
to take the
frozen
only
town.
option they had left. Flight. He squinted down the barrel of the mission. He looked. Luca and Iggy winced as they sprinted through the thicket. The branches after what that was all the boys in fact. Chap sign. They the sky with
Just
each
go.
Luca
Stop
pulled
talking.
it.
Okay, so there's a sign north of the I don't think it was this one because I did this one as well.
The boys stared.
I think it's the sign in front of the hole, maybe the hole. Ugh.
Luca looked with a resigned. Luca win. The crunching of footsteps. He looked.
Ugh. Forgot how long this stuff are. I just want to get this last achievement so I can go eat. Because yesterday, I didn't eat anything
Luca
until
peered
dinner.
upward at the darkening sky.
Well, that's because there was nothing to eat. But also
He
because
let
I
out a
streamed for
faintly.
like 6 hours.
Luca allowed the boys, if not as it was. Iggy motion. Iggy shrugged. Iggy now. He wiped his nose. Luca. Iggy cleared his throat.
Why is there so much talking in this one?
Luca's eye. That's all. Iggy snuggled. The house smelled of warm bread. Luca was.
Oh, this is the dream.
A voice by Luca. The doppelganger. Aww. Look, the figure. It's a me. Not that I. You don't. Luca snapped. The doppelganger. The last day we saw him. The day he. Luca turned. That's not true. The doppelganger. Everything is. Well, let me show the world. Luca was sick. The doppelganger. He grabbed. Luca heard.
Oh,
Brought close by the stethoscope.
So, in this point, there was like this weird green goo on the ground, and Luca, the goat, was either pushed Iggy into it or threw, or not threw, but like kicked the goo into his face, and the goo makes you grow older when exposed to it. So part of his face grew older than the other half because there was only one part of his face.
It was his. Do you remember Luca? He could see the. Damn it! She was his father. There's an I won't turn. Luca's mother. Walt. What's right? I could know. Eleanor Ray. Spare. What about Luca flinched? Walt turned. Luca with Mom. Walt dropped nothing. Luca played. It sound. Walt gentle. Listen to me. I'll be back. Luca hugged. Promise. Walt's type with a wing. A figure approached. It slowly. From an. Whether it was Iggy felt. Luca, the figure. When it came. Iggy huffed. Nat. Iggy turned.
Just let me explore, please.
Real. Luca and Nat took a deep. Nat exhales. For Luca and until they look cold.
Can this be any longer?
Nat.
Goodness me.
Luca began to. He looked his eye with his. He sprinted off as Iggy.
Ah.
Chapter. The sword. Nat. He'd given as Lucas. Rollo said. Mr. Kirk. The clip. It up right now. Lucas stopped the tree. He dropped his numb head. A dry whistle. There was no reply. Iggy finally. Suddenly.
No, that
To scoop up a snowball and lobbed it playfully.
that's his father's grave. His real grave. So this is when he finds out the grave that he's been visiting for years isn't actually his real dad, like where his dad's actually buried. Where we have to go is where the source is, which is not here. I don't know why they're making me go off through all this dialogue.
Lucas. Iggy gave.
Well, I guess the tombstone is technically a sign. In a way.
Iggy.
See, now we can go to the source. A house.
Iggy.
Because our house would be here. but it moved. So.
Iggy darted by the emerged. Luca. Iggy stuck. Iggy tried.
Okay, let's go to the source now. This sign, crooked. Just like this whole stinking place. There we go, we finally got it. Now, we can go back to here. Finally.
We were just gonna go hide for the day. Tradition. All's well.
All's well that ends well. Finally, we could finish this. I wonder what we're gonna get. What do you think we're gonna get with a crooked one?
For a town that saw a few.
No.
Chapter 2. Welcome. For many, it wasn't over the until in this.
That's possible. It'd have to be like something
Whenever Lucas
metal,
saw
right?
find-
Oh wait, yeah, I think possibly, or like, what else would like
Luca tied
something
a bent
crooked maybe?
hat.
But I think metal, a bent bike rim sounds more realistic in that thing. Excuse me. Nice. Oh. It's a photo of you and Uncle Joseph. Let me see that. Huh. Look at those two young fools. How did it end up in the bottom of the pond? Who can say? Some things are just hard to explain. I miss Uncle Joseph. How come he doesn't come fishing with us anymore? He's busy with his new job at Valentine's. What's a new job got to do with fishing with us? It's complicated. Like I said, some things are hard to explain. Okay, I think that's all of it. Did we get it? We got it! We 100% completed the game. What an amazing feeling. 100%. Wow. 100%. It feels so nice that I fully completed the game and got all the achievements. This was such a fun game. Maybe they will come out with another one. I love platform games so much. I'm thinking I might. Yes, you helped me a lot in today's stream. And I'm very grateful for that. goodness. I feel like I wouldn't have, you know, figured out the achievements, pronounced certain things. I think the next game I want to try is Sally Face. I watched Jacksepticeye play it, and now I watched it when he first played it, and now and ever since then I wanted to play it, and since it's on Xbox, I could get it, so I might get it. But I also want to try Fanbro. I actually like that game. I played the demo of it before. It's still a good game too. Oh yeah, I can play Papers, Please. That's a good game too. So yeah, today was really fun. I'm so glad I got to finish the game. I thought it would have been like another 6 hours till I finished the game, but no. Ah, so sad that it's over, but I'm so happy that the ending. I got to see the ending. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream now because I'm hungry. So, well, I've been hungry since I woke up, but you know. I don't know. Okay, yeah, we'll raid someone. There's someone streaming, I think. Yeah, we're gonna raid today. I didn't raid yesterday, but we're going to today. Slash raid. Hold on. Ow. It's like someone stabbing me in the neck. Oh no, no. Go back. Accidentally clicked on the person's thing. I love this game so much. I can't stop thinking about it. The ending was so awesome. Slash raid. Okay, let's see if I spelled it right. Never rated them before, so yeah, okay. The raid has been created. So I want to thank you everyone for coming to the stream, and thank you for watching. Thank you, Cowboy, for helping me and engaging in conversations with me today. Um yeah, thank you. I really appreciate it. And I hope you guys enjoyed. And I might stream again tomorrow, but it might be Disney Dreamlight Valley. So I'll see you guys then. If not, the next week. So bye.